What is going on, guys? It is Mr. Rise Tutoring here, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing reading scales. This is topic number 3 of the GCSE course syllabus, whatever you want to call it. Again, it's a fairly easy topic, so this one shouldn't take us too long. So we're just going to get straight on to it. I'm going to do a silly introduction. So our first question is we've got a scale that goes from 20 all the way to 50, and we've got to work out the number that is marked with the arrow. So best way for us to do this is, I think, if I could edit PDF, me with my settings already. We don't really need to worry about that. So we've got 20 here. And I'm going. What best thing for me to do is I'm going to work out the gap between the 20 and the 30, and then that'll tell us what the value of each number. So we've got 20, then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we know there's 10 between each one. So that means if I go from 20 to 30, it'd be 20, 21, 22, 23. So I'm going to zoom all the way to 40. So we know each one of these is worth 1. So I'm going to go all the way to 40, which is here. Just going to zoom this in a little bit, actually. And then we've got 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, and 46. So therefore, that makes our first number 46. Right, it's an easy start. I'm just going to get rid of this. Sorry about this. It's not a great start to the video, but we move. Question 2, again, we've got, well, question 1b, I should say, we've got some numbers again. We've got 2, 3, 4, and 5, so it goes from 2 to 5. Now, this time, because we're dealing with the ones and not tens, hundreds, thousands, we need to go into decimal mode. So first, I'm going to work out the gap between the 2 and the 3, see how many there is in between. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 10 again. But this time, instead of going like, if this was 20, it'd be 21, 22, 23, 24, etc. This time, it'll be 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, etc. So this one would be 3, and be 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, as opposed to, say, 31, 32. So since we're looking for the number between a 3 and the 4, we're going to count up. So we're going to go 3, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4. So we put 3.4 just here. All right, so that's question 1b done. Question 1c, find the number 430 marked on the number line. So again, we've got 200 to 500. So I'm just going to check the amount of numbers. So I'm going to check the gap between the 200 and the 300. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this time, because it's going up in hundreds, and we've got 10 spaces between the 200 and the 300. We can simply just divide. So it's going up in hundreds. So I'm going to divide the 100 by 10, which makes 10. So therefore, it's going up in 10. So it's going to be 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, etc., etc. We're looking for 430, so I'm going to go to 400. And since this scale's going up in tens, we're going to go 400, 410, 420, 430. So therefore, 430 would be there. So I'm going to get an arrow. Can you get arrows on this? So I've not used this very much before, so I'm getting used to it. Can you do arrows on this? Oh, please tell me you can. That sucks if you can't. Do you know what? For the purposes of this, I'm going to highlight it. So it'll be 430, so 400, 410, 420, 430. I am going to... Can you highlight it? No, you cannot. Now it's being very annoying. Let me just work this out. Can you draw this? Oh, come on. Anyway, to save time and trouble, I'll put you out of your misery. 430. Just put it on. Oh my god, what's it doing? I don't know what it's doing. Give me a second. Something's going wrong. Sorry about that, guys. That was my bad. Got objects here. No, we've not. Oh, you know it doesn't matter. You get the idea. Got 400, 410, 420, 430. So 430 would be here. Let's move on to the next one. Find the number 3.7 on the number line. So again, the gap between the 2 and the 3, I'm going to put you out of your misery again, is 10. This time it's going up in decimals, so instead of 31, 32, when we start with 3, it'd be 3, 3.1, etc. And we're going to just go to 3.7, so that's 3, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7. So 3.7 would go there if you were to write that out. Next time for the next topic, I'll figure that out. So it'll be a lot easier for you guys to see. But we shouldn't have too much trouble with this topic. This is a fairly simple one, so I'm just trying to get through it as quickly as possible. Next question, we've got write down the number marked with an arrow. So we've got 500, 600, 700. The gap between 500 and 600 again is 10. We know this as well because it's actually, forgot to say this in the last one, there's a big thing in the middle, and this represents the middle. So the number between 500 and 600 is actually 550, so you can use that to help you. So therefore, we know this is going up in tens. So we've got 500, 510, 520, 530, 540, 550, 560, 570, 580. So the number marks the arrow is 580. Question 2b, write down the number marked to the arrow. Again, we've got a gap of 10 between the 6 and the 7. This is going up in decimals this time because we're dealing with single digit numbers. So therefore, I'm going to go straight to the 7, and I'm going to go 7.1, 7.2. So our number is 7.2 for this one. And then question 2c. Find the number 48 marks with the arrow. Again, the gap between the numbers is 10. And the reason I'm saying this is because it's just easier. So we need to find number 48. So I'm going to go straight to 40. And we know it's 10 in between. So therefore, we just need to count once. We've got 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. So 48 would be here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. So 48 would be here. Not much else to it really. Then D, find the number 6.7 on the number line. Again, it's gaps of 10. So we're going up in 0.1s this time. So since it's 6.7, it's between 6 and 7. So I'm going to start with 6. It'll be 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, 6.6, 6.7. So 6.7 is there. So in the exam, you'd have to mark it with a arrow. Obviously, otherwise you won't get the marks. But yeah, because I'm trying to work out this thing and I'm new to this Adobe thing, then yeah, I don't really use it very often, so I need to work on my things of drawing stuff on. But luckily, this is a simple topic, so we shouldn't have too much trouble. Anyway, question 3. We've got a number line here again. Now we can clearly see this is going up in tens. There's gaps of tens in between. It's going 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, all the way to 60. We've got to find the number here, which is between 20 and 30. So each one of these is worth 1. So we're going to go 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And the arrow is there. So the answer is 27. You'll probably notice a pattern with these questions. Most of them are gaps of 10. And the same with this one, really. It's said it's just going up in 1, so we're going to be doing the decimal format. So we're going to go all the way to 3, and we're going to 3.1, 3.2. So this one is 3.2. I'm all making these videos so you guys can sort of like check your answers kind of thing. If you don't understand anything, you can sort of use this video as reference. Next question, find number 460 on the number line. Now this time, we've not got gaps of 10. We have got gaps of 5s, because I know this because it goes 0, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 jumps as opposed to the usual 10. So the best way to do this is we know that this is going up in hundreds first of all. So we've got 0, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So if it was going up in tens, for instance, this would be 0. If this is going up in tens, for example, and this is 0, then it'd be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So the best way to do this is we know that half of 10 is 5. Now, this is a bit of a weird one. When you have half the amount, you have to double the jumps that you do. So, for example, I'm actually going to make a text box here to explain what I mean. So, if you've got 10 jumps, so that equals going. So that'll be going up in tens. If you've got 5 jumps, you essentially double this. You double this value here. So you double the amount that'll be, and that becomes 20. I hope that makes sense. And if you to have, I don't know, 2.5 jumps, for example, each one was if you had 2.5 jumps, you double that again, and that'd become 40, and so on and so forth. Actually, I don't think that's very accurate, but you get my drift. So if you've got 10 jumps, it's 10. If you've got 5 jumps, it's 20. So when you're halving the amount of jumps, you double the amount that each one is worth. So for example, for this one, what we've got about 460. We can go to 400. We can go 420, 440, 460. 460 be there. And the reason we know is because if we go 460 with 480, 500. So yes, our theory is correct. So the 5 jumps equals 20 in the exam for things like this. And yeah, that'd be our answer. For this one, we don't need to worry about that method I just showed you before. So get back to edit mode. Find the number 2.8 on the number lines. This is going in gaps of 10. Presumably goes to the 2, and then we go 2.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2.8 would be there. And boom, that's that question done. Hopefully this is making sense. Right, we have got a thermometer this time. Again, shouldn't be too bad. We've got gaps of 5 in this one, but it's going up in, it's not in hundreds. So, for example, this is -10, -9, -8, -7, -6, -5, etc. So the first question is simply asking us what temperature is shown on the thermometer. So we'll start with, just to make sure, I'm going to start with the -10, we'll go -9, -8, -7, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0. You'll notice with minus numbers, the smaller the minus number, the bigger the number. So -10 is smaller than -9, etc. So -5. So we've gone to 0. And we've got 1, 2, 3. So the answer for this particular one is 3 degrees. So the temperature is formed by 8 degrees. We need to work out the new temperature. So we know that the temperature is 3 degrees, and we've got to remember our minus numbers. So firstly, we'll go to 0. So it's formed by 8. So we've got -2. So we're gonna take away 8 first. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's actually pretty easy. This one we don't even need to worry about it because the number's already there. It is -5. So all we need to do is just go down. So therefore our answer is -5. So any more questions to this one? Nope, that's that one done. Question 5. Write down the number marked by the arrow. So this time there's not any jumps or anything, which makes it a little bit easier. So it's just simply the case of know what's in between each number. So for example, the number between 50 and 60 is 55. The number between 60 and 70 is 65. So basically it's the number, so half of between two tens is always a 5 in the middle. So we've got 50, 60, 55, 60, 70, 65, 70 and 80, 75. And the arrow there is actually pointing to 75. So I'm going to put that down, and we're done with that one. Next question. Find the number 530 on the number line. Again, we've got jumps of 10, so you can guess it's going up in tens. So we've got 500. Then we've got, what we're marking? 530, yeah, 500, 510, 520, 530. So 530 would just go just there, and you mark that with your arrow. And we've got some ordering numbers. Pretty self-explanatory. I've gone through this topic already, so I'm literally just going to type these out. If you've got these, if you don't know how to do this topic, I suggest you watch the ordering numbers GCSE video. The smallest number, yeah. So it's 180 and 1007. But yeah, I do explain this topic in a bit more detail, but you shouldn't have too much trouble with it. It's to be honest with you, I'm not trying to insult anybody, but it's something you probably should have done a long time ago in primary school, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Anyway, question 6. We've got a number line. Again, we've got gaps of 10, and this is quite a nice, easy one. It's quite big and zoomed in. So we've got gaps of 10 between 500, 600, 600, and 700. So we're dealing with numbers between 500 and 600. So this is going up in tens again. So we've got 500, 510, 520, 530, 540. 550, 560, 570, 580 goes there. Voila. And you probably guessed, you probably noticed these questions are very repetitive. Yep, we've got gaps of 10, find the number 6.7 on the number line. So we've got 6, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, 6.6, 6.7, 6.7 would go right there. I think that's it. I think that's it for that question. It is. Ooh, now we've got a kilogrammy thing, a scale. Write down the reading on the scale. So if you look between the 3 and the 4 again, we've got how many? We've got 10 jumps between each one. Yep, it's the same sort of pattern again. So we're gonna go for 3, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8. So the answer to that one would be 3.8, and we're just going to write that down here. 3.8. Our next question is asking us to change 5.7 kilograms to grams. So if you don't know how many grams there are in a kilogram, there is 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So it's the case of timesing this number here by 1,000 to get our answer. So I'm going to put an add text box here. So if I was to, so the best way to do this is just keep timesing it by 10. So if you times 5.7, so I'm going to put 5.7 times 10, that will become 57, because I have simply moved the decimal point. Oh god, I put 5.7. I've simply just moved the decimal point one place to the right. So if you move this decimal point, it's now moved from there to there, so the decimal point is essentially invisible there. So now we've got the decimal point part out of the way. If we times it by 1,000, so again, this time we're going to do 57 times 10, and that equals 570. Once you've got the decimal on the right side of the number, you just add zeros from here on out, so it's 570. And then if we times it by 10 again, which is 570 times 10, because we times it by 1,000, we have to do it 3 times. So we've got 570 times 10, and that equals 5,700, and that will be our answer. So we put 5,700, and that's job done. Just going to put back in edit mode. Hope that makes sense to you guys. And question 8. Write down the time shown on the clock. So the little hand's pointing at the 5, the big hand's pointing at the 10, I think. Yep. If you know your time, I don't know how to even describe this question without making it sound what's it. With time, essentially, because this is 10:02, so it's before it's 5 o'clock, it's 10 minutes before. So we're still on the 4 system, so we're still on our 4s. So the answer would be 4 ... And when it's 10:02, so the 60 minutes an hour goes up in 5, so it's like 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So the 10 is worth 50, so the answer is 450. Job done. Write down the number on the scale below. It's numbers in the middle of the 10. So the number between 0 and 10 is 5, etc. So the number between 20 and 30 is 25. And just like that, I think we're done. Don't think there's any more questions. That's it for reading scales. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.